Hello, I am Sydney.
And I'm Melanie.
And this is Drawntaneous.
And today we are joined by my college friend, Kimi. Say hi, Kimi.
Hello.
Say hi again.
Hi.
Say hi again.
Hi again.
God. So, today you guys will be drawing an original character with a shoujo romance aesthetic.
Yo.
So enjoy that. You two need a moment to
Nope.
consider.
I got it.
Yeah, Kimi is off and running, and Sydney is off and running. So today, hopefully I'll be able to keep your guys' attention because we are going to be talking about coffee, specifically the coffee we've had recently around Seattle because Kimi is visiting us from down south, and yeah, we've been having a lot of coffee. Coffee's kind of your thing, Kimi.
It is. I don't know the last time I didn't have coffee. I mean, we had coffee today.
We had coffee today. You are known for, in college, you're known for somebody, one of our mutual friends would watch you drink coffee, and then he would report at the end of the day, oh yeah, I saw Kimi take 9 cups of coffee. As far as I know.
So what he did is he actually had a whiteboard and he like kept a tally. And then he had like, I don't know why he had the time for this, but he had a tally for like every day, and then like at the end of the week he'd be like, oh hey, you had this much coffee from what I've seen. And I'm just like, we didn't spend all our time together either, so.
No. Oh geez. So point of that being, Kimi really enjoys coffee.
Coffee's good.
Let's see if I can remember off the top of my head where we've been for coffee. We've been to the Starbucks Roastery for one, because my brother's also, or he was also visiting, and so he wanted to go there. We did, and that was an experience. It was a bit overwhelming. They don't fool around there, do they?
Oh.
Oh no. Yeah, it was so huge.
It was very big. The actual, like, bagging of the coffee was very interesting to watch because, like, the cafe that they have there overlooks part of their processing or the production line, so that was pretty neat. Remind me, what did you two have while we were there?
I had a soda.
You had a soda and you had a cake, didn't you?
Oh yeah, the tiramisu.
And I kind of just picked at everything everybody else had because I was overloaded on coffee at that point.
Oh my god, wait, what did you have before?
So that was the day after I came in, and I had been drinking coffee.
Oh, no!
Before that point.
And I mean, I think we also pre-gamed coffee before we went to the Starbucks Roastery.
Oh yes, that's right.
Yeah, we did. So wait, let's finish talking about Starbucks and then we'll go back to what we pre-gamed with. So while we were there, I had an affogato, and for those who don't know, that's a ice cream scoop with espresso poured over top, and mine specifically had like mint and vanilla syrup mixed into it as well. I'm not convinced the mint added anything, but it tasted good. Tasted pretty good. I could have gone without the mint. I probably should have gotten a normal, regular one. Kimi, did you happen to taste what my brother got?
I did not, but I smelled it, and that was more than enough. I was able to smell it from across the table.
Yeah, so my brother got, I think it was just coffee beans aged in a whiskey barrel that had previously aged whiskey. And the coffee itself was just infused with the taste of whiskey, but none of the alcohol flavor, and it was the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced. Like, specifically because I don't like whiskey, so
You mean like none of the alcohol content, right?
Yeah.
But you couldn't even taste the alcohol. Like, you could taste the
Really?
whiskey, but like that burn of the alcohol wasn't there. It was just like tasting what whiskey smells like, I guess, is the best way to say it, because like I couldn't taste the alcohol in it. Yeah, it was strange. Oh boy. It was very strong. The smell was very strong, and if it had been whiskey, I would have been just making faces and not happy. But before that, we went to a local Filipino cafe that they have here in downtown Seattle, and it's called Hood Famous, and it is delightful. We are trying not to go there every single day because they're a little pricey, but they're well worth it. Kimi, what is your favorite thing from Hood Famous so far?
Let's see. I am particularly fond of the cold brew that they have.
Oh, it's so good. It's new. They've just started serving that.
I came at the good time then. I particularly like coffees that are more citrusy, fruity flavored, as opposed to like nutty or like cocoa flavored, like or noted coffee. Fruity coffee is the best, and I'm really sad that more people haven't had the chance to try it. But yeah, what's your favorite?
I almost feel like I'll get to the question in a second. But I almost feel like the fruity coffees are harder to pair with flavors. Like, would you mix them with milk, or does that kind of taste weird?
No, it doesn't taste weird at all.
Okay.
It's such a subtle thing. It's just that it's not as common as other things, and so like the other notes for it are more what would you say, like safer, more like common, so people aren't so thrown off by it.
Okay. I feel like I need to sit down with a bunch of different cups of coffee from different
We can do that.
kinds.
I can make that happen.
Let's do that, because like I feel like I can pick out citrus and fruity and floral, but I've only ever had like a big bag of coffee that I'll like slowly work my way through, and then I'll switch to another one and go like, huh, yeah, that's different. I don't know how, but it's different. But back to the question, my favorite drink at Hood Famous. I'm gonna restate that because I just clapped my hand against my arm. My favorite drink at Hood Famous is probably, it's a toss-up, because their pandan latte is really good. Their ube macchiato is also very good, but I feel like there's a heaviness to them. Like, I don't know if you could tell, but the syrupy addition is I have to be in the right mood for it, and it's not as refreshing as, say, an iced coffee normally would be. Could you tell?
Yes, I could. That's also why I tend to go for like plain cold brews.
Like, it's delicious, but I feel my stomach feels kind of heavy after I have an iced ube macchiato.
Yeah, that's not something I'd be able to have all the time.
That's a special treat.
Yeah.
They have a Calamansi espresso tonic that's really, really good, and I hope you get a chance to try it before you head off again. That one is refreshing. It's so good. But yeah, we talked about a lot of flavors that people aren't necessarily accustomed to, so we'll go through those real quick. So pandan. Oh my god, so this was something. Kimi, you were like, hey, what's pandan? I'm like, I don't know, it's pandan. I guess it's called like the vanilla of the Philippines, but it's like a plant. It's a screw pine, I think is what it was called. And it's a very specific flavor, and it's normally paired with coconut. Like, I could not explain to you what pandan tastes like. I just know what pandan tastes like. So this is actually very unhelpful. But then there's ube, and that's the purple yam that we very much enjoy. And again, I couldn't equate what that tastes like. I guess taro, like a stronger taro flavor.
Okay, what's
taro
taste like?
I don't know what it tastes like. This is very unhelpful. Okay. Calamansi I can kind of explain.
Yeah.
So calamansi is, I guess, commonly known as the Filipino, like, orange or something, and I've never thought of them as oranges, which makes me very confused.
Yeah,
because I guess they turn orange eventually if you let them.
They're
Because we normally take them right off the plant when they're still green, so they're a little more sour. But they do sweeten up quite a bit.
Yeah, because they're a mix of, like, something, like, citrusy with, like, kumquat. So that's where that distinct, like, thing comes in.
I always imagined it more like a lemon, lime, mandarin orange sort of hybrid, but I guess kumquat does make sense too.
Yeah, I was
like, no! I am so sorry, my phone. Let me turn that off. Go ahead.
Yeah, I remember one of the times that I came across a nice Filipino restaurant back home. They had, like, their homemade, like, Calamansi drinks, and I looked it up because I didn't want to keep asking them questions.
Right.
But they were really sweet, and I feel like they would have, like, answered. She was just, like, really, like, proud of, like, her Calamansi plant, and she's like, yeah, she's like, I picked them off the tree in my backyard, and they was so
cute.
But yeah.
I am currently growing a Calamansi tree, and we'll see how it turns out. It takes 2 years before they bear fruit, and I got mine as a sapling 5 months ago.
Cool.
So, we'll see. But, yeah, like, you could probably just straight up eat the Calamansi once it's fully ripe. It's just we never let ours get to that stage.
They don't get that far.
No, because we like it a little more sour. Okay, so those were all the drinks at Hood Famous. Hey, Sydney.
Yes.
You don't really get the drinks at Hood Famous, but you like the food there.
I mean, I'll get like a white chocolate mocha, but like that's not really coffee, it's just syrup.
Well, what kind of foods do you like?
I definitely love their cheesecakes, but they also have the mochi waffle, which is
delicious. They serve it with seasonal fruits, and then they also have a savory version with like salted salmon on top with this calamansi syrup. That's really good.
I like the season.
The seasonal fruit one is very good. They have like a little homemade whipped cream that they put on top.
And it also has the calamansi syrup.
It also has the calamansi syrup.
Ooh.
They haven't been serving that recently, and I think it's either because... Actually, I don't know why. But I do know instead they are serving okazupan, I think is what it was called.
Alright.
And they're doing... They had a chicken adobo and rice flavor down there, and that was freaking delicious. And then they had, I think, a longanisa and something else. I don't recall. It was very good, though. I can't remember what you had. I think you just had a drink when we were there, and I had the...
Oh
no, you had a quiche.
One of the times, yeah, I had the longanisa quiche.
Yes.
It's delightful.
Their quiches are very good. Everything there is very good, but it's a little out of my price range to do every single day. Which is why I don't. I would be broke.
Well, I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation, so you can go there as many times as you want. Like, spending money doesn't count when you're on vacation. I'm just getting a peek at Sydney's screen, and whatever's happening over there is very cute. Oh, I'm dying.
No peeking.
Both of yours are really cute. I'm gonna have to remember to pause at the end and like have you guys share what you've done and then talk about each other's work. So that was Hood Famous. We also, a favorite we like to visit while we're bopping around downtown is a Zeitgeist coffee.
Yes.
I didn't realize they actually like had their own beans. I always assumed they were just a local, like, they had other people's beans. I didn't realize they had their own. So, you want to talk more about that, Kimi?
So I looked at it, and it's through, they actually use the same coffee company that, Hood Famous does.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh. Are they Fulcrum, or are they
yes,
a different
Fulcrum.
brand? Oh, okay.
Fulcrum. But the thing is that I think they do exclusive blends for both locations. So
yeah,
there's
because we were looking for Hood Famous coffee beans online and couldn't find them.
We were. So sad, but I mean, it's fine.
Yeah,
so
you just had to
I-
buy some.
Yep. But yeah, so they each have their like special blends.
Where's Zeitgeist being sourced from? Do you recall?
That is a good question. I do not
Oh
remember.
wait, I have it. Hang on. I'm gonna. You keep talking about something, and I'll get the beans real quick.
Oh my god.
I do not remember, but they do have two different like types of coffee beans. They have the one that's meant for like drip and the one that's meant for espresso. And then all that really means is that they're like.
Alright, I have the beans!
Oh,
got the beans!
Yeah, it just means that like they are
Is it like different concentrations?
roasted differently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was like, what's the word? Yeah, they're roasted differently.
Ooh, the roast date was August 19th. That's pretty recent.
Yup.
Oh, dang.
But
Oh yeah, roasted exclusively for Zeitgeist Coffee by Fulcrum Coffee Roasters. It is their Gold Rush roast. They don't have the notes and all that fun stuff on there. Because I think the Hood Famous one does.
they do, and that's something that I really appreciate from that. But I mean, with Hood Famous coffee in particular, like you can, it's very distinctly like citrusy, so it's easier to identify versus some other ones are like more subtle.
Right.
But yeah.
So how would you describe the Zeitgeist coffee? Because it's been a while since I've had their coffee.
So this time I actually didn't get like the plain like coffee. I do like hazelnut flavoring, so I got a hazelnut latte.
Ew.
Yeah.
It looked very pretty.
It was nice. I took a photo. Yeah, it's one of those like safer like blends, I guess.
Like
where
if you think of coffee, it tastes like that.
yeah, it would be like something like sweet, subtle.
Okay. Alright. Sydney has been in depth.
Well, I don't
focusing.
like coffee.
I know you don't like coffee. I'm sorry. This was a bad topic for you. I'm trying to think of where else we've had. Where else have we gone? Hood Famous, Zeitgeist, Starbucks.
Starbucks again.
Starbucks. I mean, there's a Starbucks on basically every street corner here in Seattle, so it's like, hey. I think one day we went to Starbucks maybe 3 times.
Yeah.
And like, I didn't get coffee all the time when we went. They have those lemonades. Oh my goodness, those lemonades are really good.
How come when I talk about brands I like, you're like, we're not advertising, and here you guys are all like, oh gosh, I love so-and-so coffee.
Because it's a coffee episode, and how do you talk about them without branding them?
And I'm more talking about your guys' local coffee,
Yeah.
and I'm trying not to bring up the chains as much.
You know what what a really good local coffee is? I don't know if you've had much of. Oh no, you were last time you had them. Cafe Vita.
Theirs is okay.
Oh, okay. Oh my
Sorry,
goodness.
Cafe
So-
Vita.
So it's not bad. It's just
It's
like
different.
It's not as well. They also have Cafe Vita in Los Angeles.
Oh, do they?
So yeah.
Oh, I thought they were specifically maybe
So their
expanded.
main So
Okay.
their main location is in Seattle, but they do also have like a couple of other in Los Angeles.
Oh, okay.
Another coffee store.
Roaster? Cafe?
There you go, cafe. Another like cafe that I'm particularly fond of is actually Verve.
Oh, hey, we have Verve up here. And wasn't there one in Santa Cruz?
Yeah,
also?
that's where it's actually from.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa,
so,
wait, but there's a Verve in Japan also, isn't there?
yeah, there is.
Well done, Verve. Good
Verve,
job.
Yeah, Verve started off in Santa Cruz,
That's tight.
and then they expanded to like other cities around the
Okay.
world. There's one in LA, so I'm really happy about that.
I don't remember what their coffee tastes like. I just remember their cafe in Santa Cruz was like the date place or the place you took your coworkers to when you like wanted to go to a cafe and impress them.
Oh. I liked their drinks and they gave me stuff for free.
Oh,
Well,
you probably
thanks.
went very often. They probably
did.
recognized you.
I their stuff was good.
Oh my goodness.
They're nice.
There's another one. Oh, I don't think my brother was ever able to go to this particular coffee roastery. It's like Vitrola, I think it's called. I know my
We went
mom.
there with your mom when we first visited Seattle.
Did we?
Yeah.
I don't remember this. I could have sworn we went to Cafe Vita instead. But we must have gone to Vidrola. But they're coming to visit again over the holidays, so I know my mom really wants to go see that cafe again. So we'll end up going, and I will report back what kind of coffee it is. I mean, I'm not the greatest with coffee because I am a coffee baby. I like the taste of coffee with a lot of cream and sugar.
I mean, in college, it was it was maybe like a few drops of coffee, and it was mostly milk.
Oh my goodness! No wonder you had to drink 9 cups a day to get the benefit. Oh my goodness. Let's see. We're getting towards the end here. So, are you guys at a place where you are happy to kind of call it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty okay with it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Now it's show and tell time. So, Sydney, since it's easier for us to look at your screen, why don't you show us what you've done? Oh my god, I think I know who these are.
Good.
I did mine and Mel's D&D characters. Edwin, who is our protagonist on the right, is late for school, of course. And then there's Senpai, Asha.
I fucking love
in,
it.
like, glitter view.
I love it so much. Edwin's adorable!
He's so precious.
Ah! I hope you finish that.
We'll
Because
see.
it looks very cute. I love that his hat's falling off.
We'll see.
Ah, sweet. Alright, Kimmy?
Oh, and then, I mean, as soon as shoujo, like, aesthetic was mentioned, I thought of, like, the rose view. Just, or not rose, or any type of flowers.
The flowers.
Yeah, the flowers are so good.
Thank you.
It's very cute.
I probably got a little bit less done because I like talk with my hands a lot. So
You do.
I
I'm sorry. It was a little distracting. But no, you got a really good bus shot going on. It's very cute.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
And if you want to see more of Kimmy's art, you can find them at Kimi13. Kimixi is KIMIXIII. That is their Twitter. We'll have a link down below. You can also find more of Sydney's art on Twitter and Instagram at CCLunaArt, and you can also support us at Ko-fi and Patreon under CC Luna.